Right. Sorry. I was just finishing off nailing in the last of the nails to the EV coffin because RH from accounts has just killed off the EV market. So, those of you who don't know what the budget is yet, I'm not going to go into the rest of it, just cover the car stuff. So, your EVs have just got more expensive to run from 2028, April 2028.
I will ensure that drivers are taxed according to how much they drive, and not just by the type of car they own, by introducing the electric vehicle excise duty on electric cars. This will be payable each year alongside vehicle excise duty at 3p per mile for electric cars and 1.5p for plug-in hybrids, helping us to double road maintenance funding in England over the course of this Parliament.
Where old Rach has brought in a pay-per-mile system, charging your EV from a Tesla to a MG4 3p per mile and 1.5 pennies for plug-in hybrids. So let's do the maths on this. Average UK drivers do around 8,500 miles per year. An EV charge at that 8,500 miles per year at 3p per mile is an extra £255 that you're going to be paying on top of your road tax that you're already paying, which is probably about £195 or 98. Let me know down in the comments what it is at the moment. So for a plug-in hybrid, you're looking at about £127 per year based on 8,500 miles. More, obviously, if you do more miles. But the good news keeps on coming for some EV buyers. If there are any left out there, let me know down in the comments. Are you still going to buy an EV after this? Or you already got an EV and thinking of selling it because you don't want to pay the extra charges and you're going to go back to the good old petrol and diesel engine? Reeves is raising the threshold for the expensive car tax band.
And alongside this, I am providing support to boost our British car industry, increasing the threshold for the expensive car supplement on electric vehicles to £50,000, saving over 1 million motorists £440 a year. Providing £1.3 billion additional funding for the electric car grant, extending it to 2030 and taking total funding to £2 billion, as well as delaying changes to the employee car ownership scheme. In addition, we're investing a further £200 million to accelerate the rollout of EV charging, as well as 100% business rates relief for EV charge points for the next decade, with thanks to my honourable friend, the member for Camborne and Redruth, for his representation on this policy.
Now, a Tesla, a basic Tesla, you can buy without triggering the threshold, which was previously 40,000. So, from 2026, EVs under 50,000 will avoid this extra fee. So it's not all bad then, you just got to pay per mile. I mean, it won't be for long before they roll it out to the rest of us, so don't worry too much. So basically, the government is softening the blow to the rest of us of this new mileage tax. They're rolling it out with the EV cars first, and they are trying to push us in the EV direction, but we're going to push back even more now. But they're getting in our mind that we're going to have to pay per mile on top of the road fund license we're already paying. So, yeah, the fuel duty is frozen until 2026, so no changes at the pumps, but they're on about we're losing the 5p discount that we're currently getting from September 2026, and this means we're going to be paying more at the pumps as well. So don't worry too much, EV drivers, we're going to suffer as well. But hey, EV drivers, look on the plus side. The government have announced they're going to spend more money on charging points for your car. So you can sit and wait 20-30 minutes for your car to charge up in more places around the UK. That's good, isn't it? And there's more. They're extending the EV purchase grants to 2030 for cars under a certain price. And they're putting more money into ultra rapid chargers across the UK. Like I just said before, ultra rapid. So you might not even have to wait that long. So we'll see how rapid they really are. So EV ownership won't get any cheaper, but it should get more convenient. So who wins and who loses? Well, after this announcement, your second-hand VEV may go down in value even more. And who actually benefits from the budget? Well, you get cheaper fuel. We all get cheaper fuel for another year, don't we? You avoid the paper mail system until April 2028, so that gives you plenty of time to sell your EV, even though the maintenance is cheaper on an EV because it doesn't have an engine. But, you're going to have to pay per mile, as probably we might have to. But it does make older cars, or keeping older cars running, more attractive, including classic cars, become even better value for money, really. And there was no mention of dropping the 40-year MOT and tax exemption, which I'm very pleased about. So good on Rach for that one. So the cheaper EVs avoid the expensive car tax, but they may have a few safety issues, as you might want to watch this video up here as I list a few cars that get 4 stars and the NCAP but have major faults, safety flaws. So watch that video up there. So what's the big problem then? Well, for you EV drivers, this new mileage tax just kills the advantage for you to have the EV in the first place. You bought it because it's cheaper alternative, or so you thought, to petrol and diesel, but it's less convenient because you can't charge it up, it's slow to charge, and they're going to tax you even more now. So yeah, I hope it's sinking in. Sometimes the first adopters aren't always I'm not. Let me know what you think about the first adopters of EVs down in the comments. Maybe jumping on the boat too soon. Should sit back and watch how it pans out. You might have saved a bit of money in the cost of your car. Yeah. So this budget may not kill the EV revolution, but it certainly slow the adoption down. And it makes sense for running an old petrol or diesel car, because if the cost of EVs are more to run, why would you switch to one which they're trying to push you in for the environmental reasons, but they tax you more for it? It just doesn't make sense. It's not very well thought out. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments, and I should reply back to you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.